Alrighty, time for another edition of Science Sunday here with Aoife Ryle at the Connecticut Science Center in our capital city.
Good morning.
Good morning. So today we're talking about reflective material and what makes it reflective.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So for first responders, construction workers, or even just I know some people who run early in the morning.
Oh yeah. Safety first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have here some different ribbons. So some of these are just regular old ribbons we got at Joann Fabrics wherever. And this one is actually a reflective ribbon. So I have given Mike, our cameraman, a little kind of hazy thing to put in the way there. So that's to kind of replicate what it might look like if it's really foggy, low light, bad driving conditions maybe, if you're coming up to a construction zone. And so right now you might see that most of these have disappeared, and we're still able to see that yellow a little bit. Right, so even when we have like diminished kind of capacity to see things, that'll still glow pretty brightly.
But there's a lot of science behind this. It's not just the fact that it's like a neon color. There's more to it.
Yeah. So there's two types. One of them is these little plastic prisms, obviously not this big, they are tiny, tiny. But if a light is shined at them, they will actually kind of bounce the light around inside and then send it back to the source. So these can actually go really far. They're really high visibility. And then there's another type where there's these little glass beads, so maybe a little similar to this. This is a little cheaper, those tiny glass beads, but they'll spread the light a little bit more. So if you get a cheap vest, it might be this. It still works really well. But people in, maybe first responders might have the one with little plastic prisms. Works a little bit better, but a little more expensive. So kind of cool, right? We have these tiny little prisms or tiny little glass beads that are reflecting light around so we can see.
And the key thing with this to work is that it needs light.
Yes, that's a very good point. They don't kind of glow or fluoresce on their own. They're just reflecting light. So that's why
when it's dark and there are headlights that are approaching, if you're a runner, if you're a cyclist, why it will bring you to life, kind of like make you visible.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why they're really, really helpful in construction zones, running. Even firefighters in a fire. If there's some light source, they'll be able to reflect.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Science is everywhere. All right. So we want to let folks know, as we have been all summer long, that you can visit the Science Center for free through a state program, the Connecticut Free Summer at the Museum.
Yeah. So still going on, but does wrap up around Labor Day. So if you haven't come, definitely check us out, come visit, and if you have come,
come back.
Come back.
So it's kids 18 or younger with an accompanying adult. You have to have Connecticut residency.
Yes, and the adult has to show proof of Connecticut residence, and one adult with the kids.
Okay, so ctsciencecenter.org. You can get those tickets in advance before you even get here.
Yeah.
All right, Aoife, thank you so much. And of course, we'll see you for another edition of Science Sunday next weekend.